9 months before the start of World War II, a second-generation Japanese-American, or Nisei from Hawaii, was recruited by the United States military to go undercover and gather information on Imperial Japan. Reflections of Honor, the untold story of a Nisei spy, is about that man. Maui-born Arthur Satoshi Komori, a McKinley High School and University of Hawaii graduate.
Story about how one man could do so much despite the very trying circumstances.
The book, published by the Curriculum Research and Development Group, part of the College of Education at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, is based on Komori's handwritten journal, an oral history interview, and declassified Army documents. Shortly after his career as a spy started in the Philippines, Komori found himself in the notorious Bilibid prison after the Japanese military bombed Pearl Harbor and Manila.
He was caught by the Filipino constabulary men raising a toast to the emperor in the Domei News Agency office and put in prison with all the other Japanese nationals.
He was serving in an undercover capacity well before the 442nd and the 100th Battalion were formed.
Komori was not exactly welcomed back by all of his fellow American soldiers after he was rescued 4 days later.
A lot of them he knew would not trust him for anything.
He was soon fighting in the battles of Corregidor and Bataan in the Philippines,
where he would routinely go across the front lines to collect documents from dead bodies on the battlefield and to capture prisoners of war and bring them back and interrogate them for information. So he was very much involved in the thick of the battle.
And was always surrounded by danger.
If he was captured by the Japanese, he was considered a treasonous Japanese citizen, and there was a danger of being mistaken for a Japanese spy by his own American soldiers.
While risking his life for his country, tens of thousands of Japanese Americans were placed in internment camps, their loyalty to the United States in question.
He was very much aware of what was going on, and he considered what he was doing a way that he had to prove not only himself, but all his fellow Japanese Americans.
Reflections of Honor, the untold story of a Nisei spy, tells these stories and more, like how Komori forged a close relationship with General Douglas MacArthur, who presented him with a samurai sword for his service. How he trained Aborigines in Australia to rescue downed Allied pilots and helped create the Allied Translator and Interpreter section, where thousands of Nisei interpreters worked as part of the military intelligence service.
It was probably the most important intelligence center during World War II at that time.
The Military Intelligence Service is credited with shortening the war by 2 years and received a Presidential Unit Citation by President Bill Clinton in 2000, 2 months after Komori's death. The book is just one man's story, but
if we don't capture them while we can, they'll be gone and we'll lose them, and we'll lose all of this history.
For more on Reflections of Honor, go to hawaii.edu/CRDG.